Generic greetings! MewnBase is a survival game. You are plonked down on, I'm guessing, the moon, and you have to survive. And to do that, you will gather resources, build a base, drive a buggy around, and generally have fun while doing all of that, assuming you like this sort of thing. It's a game I've known about for quite some time, actually. It was previously called just MewnBase, but it wasn't very marketable, I guess, and the developer decided to call it MewnBase and change the main avatar to a cat, which is fine, I guess, because it does make it a bit more interesting and a little bit weird, and it does have a very, very nice aesthetic. I don't know what it is about it. It's very soft and cutesy and just quite good. Anyway, it's still in development. As you can see, this is in dev 0.34.1, so typical disclaimers, it ain't finished yet. But to be honest with you, I've encountered no bugs. It's certainly playable. It's just very short, but it's very cheap as well, so you have to balance that. I'll show you a bit of the game, and you can decide whether it's something for yourself. Let's go to new, and then we'll go warning, starting new game will erase your previous progress. Well, since I've completed it, I don't really care. I will erase that, and you can either go to tutorial, normal mission, or endless. I'm just going to go to normal mission and begin. So what happens is we will load on this randomly generated map, I believe, and then we have to survive. So you can see it says day 1, and we've got 12 left. So we can go over to this bit of ice here and pick it up. You can see you can run around. We are this cat. We've got our oxygen on the top left, suit power on the top right. The power goes down when you activate your torch, and you can see what our health is and our hunger things are. We've also got a box here, which I think I will open up, and we get some bits for the base. So the base comes in several different sections. You've got a habitat module, which I'm going to plonk down like so, and it will build itself, and then you have an airlock, which I will plonk down here, and then finally we have like a building thing, so we'll plonk down our workshop there, and you can see we can go inside and then open that up, and we can actually go inside. Fantastic. But sadly these are without power, and also we are completely without any sort of resources to build stuff, so we do need to gather some things. Let's have a look around and see what's in these crates. There is the things we actually need. So air cleaner, solar panel, and some food. So I'm going to place a air cleaner right at the back of the base like so, and then I'll place a solar panel just behind that as well. And as you can see, it will place the solar panel down, and because these are connected, because they're on the same tiles, it will light them up. You can click on these and it'll show you what you're generating and what you're using. So we're generating 10, but we're only using 8. So if we go in here, we will click on that and then close it down, and we go inside. You can see our oxygen is refilled. So there we go. Right, so we'll have a quick look around and see what we can see. Hopefully we're looking for another crate. I don't think we'll have another crate, so what we might have to do is sort of gather some scrap here. You can just left click on it and you dig it out there. If for some reason I said you are a cat in a spacesuit, and I don't know why, it is a thing, but you know, fine, I guess. We can't gather that resources, can't gather those resources. What can we do? We do need to get ourselves a shovel, and you can see a shovel is there. It just requires 2 scrap to do that. So we've got 1 piece of scrap, so we'll just have a quick run around and look for a bit more of that. We can also gather some of this like leaf type stuff, which I'm not entirely sure you get plants on the moon unless it's like the clangers or something like that. But actually, do the clangers have stuff growing on the moon? I'm not really too sure. Anyway, we'll pick this up and we'll gather this. It might not be our moon, it might just be a moon. Anyway, so we'll gather all of this, and I guess we'll gather these. You don't really want to stray too far away from your base early on, because you could very easily die if you're out of oxygen. You can press M at any point to see your map. As I said, this is sort of randomly generated, so it will change as you play. The stuff that you find, I believe it does respawn, but I can't be entirely... I don't quote me on that. Like, I don't know if it's 100% accurate. Like, I think it does. It feels like it does respawn different bits, like if you go but and come back, but not always. Like, you're not always going to find the same thing in the same location, as far as I'm aware. Maybe I'm wrong about that one, but it's only a minor thing anyway. So we're going to craft a crude shovel, and then we will craft some food, and you get 2 of when you use this. So I will craft 2 of those, and actually we'll craft 3 of those, and then we've got some food. You can see we are hungry, but we will click on that. Well, right click, and we'll eat it. Tasty. And now we are full. Excellent. So we've got a shovel, and now we can start digging for things like this ore. Excellent, pick that up there, and then you can also hit this stone thing. There you go, and you get some stone. Now, the big ones, we can't do that, because when you try, it says, you need a different tool. We need a jackhammer of some kind, and we can make just that. We can actually make a jackhammer, but not at the moment. We need to gather resources. Obviously, this being a survival game, your objective is A, not to die, and B, gather resources to aid that, I guess. I guess with survival games, a lot of them miss the whole premise of what a game is about, and that is it's fun. Like, I mean, if your definition of fun is to just not die, then fair enough. But the moment-to-moment play has to be interesting, and I would say at least half of the survival games I've played are just dull as dishwater. Like, oh God, there's nothing to it. It's like, yeah, you're gathering resources and stuff like that. This one, you know, you are gathering resources, but it's got a nice aesthetic and it's quite relaxing. And I like the whole Martian type aesthetic. I mean, it is like sort of the Martian. Gather resources, make sure you've got power. Obviously it's going night now and the solar panels go off, and you've got things like weather and stuff, so you will have dust storms that will cover up your solar panels, so you have to clean them. You will have to, if it's raining, then that washes the dirt off and that stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it is after all a survival game, so you just have to sort of put up with that one. But certain survival games I've played, good God, it's just if it's just like a really boring like modern world one, I can't stomach it. Right, so what we're going to do, we've crafted a shovel. We're trying to get a smelter, but we require 4 scrap for that. So I'm going to turn on my torch and have a look around here. And as you can see, well, actually, as you can't see, I was going to say it's very difficult to navigate in the dark. And yeah, as it should be, I guess. I'm not going to stray too far. I'm just going to have a look around. You see, rocks do block line of sight, or rather, they block your torch. So the beam will be stopped. There's some more scrap, which is what we want. And there's some resources there as well. That's like some ore. We'll pick all that up. And then we'll head down. How much scrap have we got? We've got 4 scraps, so that's enough for us to build that smelter. We'll come over and then we'll build that. You can see our oxygen is running low, so we need to get back as soon as possible. The problem being that I am not generating any oxygen in here. But let me start crafting that smelter. When you're away, we'll keep crafting it. Even if this is not generating oxygen, if there's oxygen in the room, we still will survive, so that's okay. But as it is at the moment, oh, it's not looking good. It is about to go daylight, though, so that should be okay. Let's pick up that. I mean, if it doesn't go daylight, we are fairly screwed. And we'll place a smelter probably right next door, like so. There we go. And we'll quickly go inside because I really do need to live. Please turn that on. Please, come on. Come on, come on. Deep breaths. There we go. So we're okay. 11 days left. The objective is simply to get to the end of it. As I said, it is still in development, so you're going to have to expect there's that in the game. You know, there's not like much objective other than just don't die and get to the end. There is an endless mode, as you saw at the start, but, you know, it's something that I don't think I would really recommend because I have completed this, like, it's full day, and it's, at the moment, I think it's a one and done. I think it's you play it once and you go, yeah, that's fine. That is what it is. But I think I paid $3 for it. Oh god, I'm about to die. Quickly, this might be a really short video. Quickly get inside. I don't have an automatic airlock, so manual. And there we go. It wasn't worrying in the slightest. Today's moon exploration beverage is a nice cup of lemon tea. Okay, so gather these resources. Oh, we just got some electronics as well. I don't know what sort of things the developer's going to add later on. I think recently it has just been your they've done like a health system, so you can see it says it was slightly wounded. Now that's because of the, I'm guessing, the oxygen deprivation. What do we need to do? We need to smelt. We actually need to smelt some resources in order to get the resources to build the... Yeah, I need to get resources and then smelt them down. But in order to smelt them, I need power. But in order to get the smelter going, I need to remove that panel. But now we can actually craft some of these metal plates. So we'll smelt away. Obviously, my base is offline, so that's not good. I don't really want that to be running offline for quite some time. So I do want to do this solar panel, make a solar panel as fast as possible, which won't take long. As you can see, it's quite quick to make these metal plates. And then we should be able to build another solar panel. And that means we can run the base and this thing as well. If these were connected, if these were right next to each other, then they would share the same power. But what I've experienced previously is that if you connect them all up, I wouldn't say it does a bad job at sharing the power. It just shares it where it thinks, or there'll be some sort of algorithm in place. And sometimes this oxygen generator or scrubber doesn't turn on, which, as you can imagine, is not good. It's not good at all because you are, yeah, about to die essentially. I'm going to craft loads of food there because I am slightly Hungry. Okay, craft all this. Obviously, when the sun goes down, we won't be able to do anything here. So I've just crafted myself an oxygen tank. So when we're explorating and had a little run around, we can happily use the oxygen tank and then get oxygen in our tanks while we are away, so we can travel further afield. I would like something like a battery. A battery is quite good. There it is there, but you need some wires. We can actually create lots of wires. There's 3 wires, and you need electronics. So I'll get 1 electronics, get another wire, and then that should allow us to get a battery. We do have a battery, or rather we would have a battery if we had enough space in our inventory, which we don't at the moment. We've got some seeds, and oh, right, what's happening here is there's a bit of damage to the base, and you just essentially left click on it and it repairs it, but it means that you will lose oxygen from that section, and obviously if these sections are all connected up, then you will lose oxygen from your base, or maybe just lose it from the base. It just pops up and says you are losing oxygen from the base, so perhaps it's that. Let's just gather all the resources, keep smelting those. We are now out of the ore, and oh, that base is broken. We'll fix that. So we now have, we should be able to make a battery. No, why can't we make a battery? Oh, we can make a battery. There we go. Craft 1 battery. And we'll pick that up. You have to be in the vicinity to be able to pick stuff up. I'm going to place a battery probably there. As long as it's connected up, as I said, we should be okay. And that's that about right. It's really, really dark, isn't it? Let's put our little torch on. Open that up. Like I say, I'm not really too sure what other features will be added to the game. Like I said, it's still in development and all that, but I mean, there's a buggy you can drive around. Hopefully, I'll be able to show you the buggy. It depends how long we go for on this one. But yeah, you can build a buggy. I'm guessing maybe explorations of other planets, perhaps. I'm not really too sure. Can we actually do anything with this? This is like our lander thing, but I don't know if we can do anything with it. Anyway, yeah, maybe other areas that we can investigate. Maybe beasties, so actually be able to kill things. At the moment, it is solely you surviving on the planet, and like the Martian. So you know you're not going to have a big sandworm from Arrakis just turn up or anything like that. It is just a case of your food, water, oxygen, that sort of thing. And maybe communications, maybe trading. Who knows? This could be any which way go with it. But I was going to talk about the aesthetic, but it's very difficult when you can't see anything. But I do like the look of this. It is very, very nice. It's actually very readable as well. Like the battery here, for example, very, very smart decisions. So when this charges up, you can see these little grid bits here. These actually light up to show you how much charge is in. So you don't have to click on it to show you how much is stored in the battery. You can just quickly glance at it. Same as the water tank. You know, that's quite, I do like that. Very readable. Right, so what time are we on? We're on 11:30, so daylight. Yeah, there we go. We've got a bit light coming up now, so we can actually get some power into this thing. So we probably want to go ahead and make something like a cargo container, or maybe actually a jackhammer is probably the way forward, because that allows us to get rid of this big rock. And we can do this. There we are. Dig out that. And that is now gone, and we've managed to gather some stone, and we need a different tool here. Gathered some stone as well as some uranium, I believe. Oh, it's radioactive ore, it's called. Actually, you wouldn't be able to. Hang on, I'm trying to think. Do you mine uranium? Yes, you mine uranium. Yeah, that's right. I think that's right. I'm trying to think now. Does that have a half-life too long? I don't know. I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked into the fine details of mining radioactive ore. I know there's like a lot of radioactive materials just don't exist naturally, or if they did in the formation, then they've just decayed away naturally because their half-life is so, well, it is such. Let's just dig all this out. There we go. Got 1 radioactive ore now. So what we can do, we can probably make an RTG. Should we do that? I think we'll do that. RTG is, I can't remember what it's called. Oh, we can't pick this up. Damn it. We can't pick that stuff up because we are full. Hang on, let me go back. And I will click on that. And cool, we can't craft that either. We're going to have to, for a start, not die of hunger. Om nom nom, there we go. We'll drop this on the floor. Q. And we'll go back. RTG, radioactive transthermic generator. Could be. I mean, I could just continue making stuff up. I've got this far in life doing that, so hey ho. So we're crafting currently the metal plates, and then we'll get the nuclear fuel. But I think you need 2 of those nuclear fuels for an RTG. Let me just go inside here though and get some more oxygen. There we go. Some more oxygen. You can see we've got a fairly decent amount, but it never fills our suit up, and that's because this thing, obviously, it's not going to pressurize it to silly PSI. It's going to simply make it as far as it's going to take it as far as it can go. And let me cancel that because I want to make. I wanted to make another. I wanted to make a different. I want to make that the habitat module, but I need a big girder. Perhaps it's best to make. We could make a garage, or a storage box. Perhaps a storage box is probably the way forward. But actually, looking at it now. We can make a garage. Oh, strangely, you have to sort of drop. Let's drop that. Then I'll pick that up, and then I should have really dropped that. And then I'll make the cargo container because obviously we've picking other stuff up and things like that. It's already becoming a bit of a nightmare. So we'll drop that. Make this cargo box. I say it's a cargo box. It's not a cargo box. It's actually a full module. You see, like if I do that, it's a full module. So it means I can pick this stuff up. That's damaged. Let me just quickly repair that. And then we can go over to this thing and, actually store stuff like that. There we go. Don't need that. Don't need all that rock. Job done. Pick that up and continue. Right, excellent. We'll make some more of that. And we're sorted there. If we go inside now, what you'll see is that the oxygen now says 100 of 100 because it's every module gives you 25 essentially. So we've got 4 modules, 100. So you can actually store more. It's not going to bring it up to silly PSI. It's just going to bring it to 1 atmosphere. There we go. So there's our metal plate. Let's have a little wander off. We are hungry, but we've got loads of gruel or whatever the hell this thing is. We could go ahead and start digging out of this to make an RTG, but might as well. You can see on the map, there's certain parts we've explored, certain bits we haven't. Looks like there's a lot of water over there, which is quite useful, or should be quite useful. There's a bit more ore. I'm going to dig this out and then go back to this. You can't drag this stuff along, which is a bit of a nightmare, but you can sort of alter your UI, and what you have to do is essentially drop it in a different order and then pick it back up. It's not a massive issue, it is what it is, but yeah. Pick up this, and it's pitch black again. Let's turn that on. How is our oxygen? Oxygen's fine. I think we'll stay out pretty much all night, unless a beastie comes and kills me, and I was wrong about this game not having bad guys in it. I'm actually going to turn off the... I know it's not very good for you to watch, but I'm trying to preserve my suit power, and I'll just sort of flick the light on and off, just so we know where we're going. And that is enough for me to probably head back now. I don't really have much ore. Oh, it's raining. There we go. Bit more gruel. Back to the base. And what we need to do now is put in... You can make water, which is portable water. Not entirely sure what it's for. Because you eat food, eat your vegetables, you get... It doesn't seem to be a water thing. Like, I don't know what it... Should we craft one? See what it does? Craft one. Right, and we'll drink it. You ate water. Don't think that's how eating works. I think you would drink it rather than eat it, would you? But, hey-ho. Anyway, I've told the smelter to smelt away this nuclear fuel, but obviously it's not going to be on because this is not on. I'm going to go back inside and we should fill up most of our suit. We'll probably get to about here. Close. And you can see the lights all coming on. As I said, I really do like the aesthetic. It's very, very nice. There's something about it just that I like. There's all that on. How's the battery? Generate 100, using 100. So we're never actually charging the battery up. We probably need to make another solar panel. I do, however, want to make one of those first. How many cogs do we have? We now have enough. We need a little bit more steel plate, and then we should be able to make a garage. Actually, how much is the generator? Generator is... Oh, you need 2 of those, so... Okay, yeah. Craft some of this. Pick that up. I think we'll put this glowing rock inside there. I'm not entirely convinced walking around with big radioactive isotopes in our pocket is good for anyone, really. A bit more wire, bit more of that, and then we're just out of that. Okay, so we'll have to do a bit more explorating. Over the right-hand side, according to this, looks to be the way to go. Let's just fill our suit back up. It'd be nice to have little terminals to fill up your suit. I'm guessing things like temperature may be a thing at some point. I mean, that might be something that's added. But the whole thing with survival games is that you have to like the idea of it, like, you know, more of the same, more difficult, like more things to manage might not be your thing. See, I don't mind these sort of games if you can, for example, like tame animals or get like thralls to do your bidding and things like that. And I mean, I've played several survival games, like Conan Exiles is fairly okay, although it is hard labour, the game. Ark is good when it isn't running like a bag of bolts or just being generally unfair. DayZ is not for me, shall we say. You know, and there's several others I've featured on the channel as well. But I like the open world exploration nature of these sort of games. But, and what was Raft I thought was quite good as well. I did play Raft on the channel. And that had a nice thing about it. I don't know what it was with that game, but all of the, like the art of doing, the moment to moment was alright. Like, just standing on the edge of something and flinging a little lure to pull back resources, I thought was quite good. I mean, it generally gets old fast. But, you know, still. Right, so we've got loads of resources now, loads of ore, that's no problem whatsoever. We're also going well away from the base. Shall I use my little tank? I don't need to use the tank. The battery isn't charged up, but we'll go to this, craft loads of that, and then we should be able to make this thing, RTG. Generator powers through radioactive decay. So we just need a couple more resources, and we should be there. I'm going to have to drop some of this on the floor. This big pile of rock, I don't think we actually need it, you know. I don't think we need it for much. In fact, what else do we actually need it for? Let's make this RTG. Don't need it for the garage. There's loads of stuff. No, we don't need it for most things. Oh, no, you do need it for the greenhouse. The greenhouse is, as you might expect, it's just another module, and you have to, and you can grow stuff on it. There, that's all it is. Now, I would like to put the RTG there, and it would power both things, but I don't think that's entirely the way forward, because we will end up okay, let's do a bit of a remodel. That's not where I wanted to place that. I'll pick it back up. You can pick them back up, no problem. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to pick that up, because what I want to do is remodel this. So we'll have the power plant there. Oh, that's oxygen and food. Let me just eat, and then go inside and then get some oxygen. Okay, job done. Yeah, and then repair that, and then go back outside. And then what we'll do, we'll put our smelter there, and then we'll put our generator out the back where we're not going to kick it. Yeah, you can see the battery. Look, it's actually going down now. There we are. So we can craft stuff from there, and I think, do we go for the garage? I think we'll go for the garage. The way the greenhouse works is you place the greenhouse down, and it will take water from any water supply tank that's on the base, and then it will slowly grow the crops that you make your food out of, these plants here, and then it will it'll grow them from seeds, which we do have. As you can see, we've got several seeds, and you just get them from just progressing on playing, really. So we've got that. Is this smelting? It is not. The problem is that the base itself it's generating 5 but using 15, so it's actually kept the airlock on for some reason, like the lights on, because each of these does take a little bit some resources, but it's not doing the rest, which is a crying shame, because if we power the rest, this is what I was on about not connecting everything up. I said that at the start. You probably want to separate them, because the RTD doesn't generate a lot of power, but it generates, I think it generates like 5 power or something. It's not great, but it is something that, well, it's the only thing that can generate at night, so you know. There's also a nav light, which is just a very, very small red light. You've got an actual big work light, which lights up the entire area. Again, but that requires power. The other one doesn't. The nav light is pretty similar to that, and the base is losing oxygen again, and there it is, fixed it. I'm guessing like things like meteor showers might be added as well, so, you know, if there's something you have to get inside, you know, there's all sorts of stuff you can do with this sort of thing. But then again, if you're just expanding on, or you're just making more things to survive from, and why are you surviving? Like, what is your objective? I always think like exploration is the way forward. You know, like what's the unknown? What do you find there? Looking for something. Not like that sort of No Man's Sky symptom, isn't it? It's like the art of doing it, but is the art of doing it actually fun? If it's about fun for about 20 minutes, then, well, not really. Anyway, so getting oxygen, I am now full. I might as well just use my supply tank. You right-click on it, look, boom, job full. Job done? Hang on. Yes, job done. We are full. That's what I meant to say. Right, so we'll see what we need to create a buggy. It is electric motor and the rest of the stuff we got. So electric motor will require, I'm guessing, some wiring. So we have one wiring. We will create one electric motor, and then that, I'm guessing, will be it. Pick that up, and let's see if we can build a buggy. And we can. Let's craft a buggy. Sweet. And this thing is really fun. So we'll get in for a start. Love the little animation and the noises from it. And you can drive it around, and spacebar, you can handbrake turn it. Look at that. Way, and do donuts on the moon. I don't know why, but this is like really satisfying driving around in this. Spin around. Job done. And sadly, oh, it does take damage. You can see now buggy 83%. But if you drive it in here, it will start healing up. Oh, that's broke. Let's repair it. So what haven't we made? Well, we haven't made a greenhouse, nor have we made a water supply. They are pretty much connected. The other stuff is just interim product. Oh, there's also a med bay as well, and that will heal you. So you can see it says healthy with a plus. The plus means I am increasing in my health. So if it was, say, slightly wounded, that means I'm going up. I believe. Whereas the med bay, it will just take you from whatever you are to healthy, and it's job done. That's all it's used for. Obviously, if there's going to be more damaging things in the game, that'll become more of a must-have item, whereas at the moment, it is there. You don't really need it, or at least I've found that you don't. In terms of challenge and difficulty, not really that much really here. You know, we are 5 out of 13 days, so we're almost halfway through the standard mode. Like I said, these in endless mode, but I don't know what there is, like what reason to continue on with it. Maybe there's more stuff to explore. I don't know if there is or not. I have a feeling it won't be, because like I said, it's still development. But anyway, that's been a little bit of MewnBase. I've been wanting to check this out for quite some time. As I said, the first time I heard about this or saw it, it was, I don't know if it was free as a free prototype or whether it was just chargeable for £1 or £2, but it was just called MewnBase, and change it to So You Are a Cat. But I was drawn to the aesthetic. I thought it looks really cool. It looks cool. And after playing it, it's alright. It is what it is. It's extremely cheap, honest little game. Hopefully it'll be expanded to something a little bit more interesting, and more importantly, probably something a little bit more, a bit more legs on it, a bit more longevity. But as it stands, yeah, you might want to check it out. Links in the description so you can check it out yourself. As always, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.